Alright people, hello, and welcome to another installment from the Immortal Invitational for Fury of Dracula. This is the current tournament that's ongoing, making use of the Immortal update for the game and putting it through its paces. This is a very exciting match we got in store for you here. Probably, I would say, at least on current sort of, or the form of the last 6 months, more or less, the two best players in the community. I know the skill level is very high, and anybody on their day can beat anybody, but these are definitely two that have to be feared, and they've earned their reputation. We've got the current world champion, Pizzawizard, on Dracula. Very consistent, maybe not the flashiest player, not going to do anything crazy, but is very calm, very composed, and has learned a lot over the last year or so. Has done very well in tournaments, made it to the final league of the World Championship in 2022, despite being a fairly new player at that time. And then won the American Regional League that took place in spring of last year. And then won, as I said, the World Championship held about 6 months ago. Very impressive stuff. And then on Hunters, we have WcKaczek, who is definitely more feared as a Dracula player. Is I was gonna say the king of the layers, but then after Spencer Wolfhart's performance last night, which you can check out in a live stream on my channel, then maybe they both have to be layer kings. Spencer was definitely like the original sort of OG of the layers, was the one who came into the community and really showed us how layer strategy could work, and then WcKaczek's taken it to another level. Very feared Dracula player, and came second, just behind Pizzawizard, in the championship in the autumn of 2023. I'm saying autumn. I'm thinking about it from a northern hemisphere perspective. Sorry, people from the southern hemisphere. Oh. Can't type. Yeah, so this is going to be good. So obviously we've got probably the two of them on their weaker roles, but that's not really, they're both still very good, WcKaczek is definitely a good hunter player, Pizza was definitely a good Dracula player. In the World Championship just passed, Pizzawizard managed to win both games as Hunters and Dracula against WcKaczek, which made the difference in the end. Also beat WcKaczek as Hunters when WcKaczek was Dracula, which is very impressive. I think up to that point Dracula hadn't won. Oh, and he's in Amsterdam. What a surprise! Oh, Pizzawizard, you're so predictable. Oh no. Oh, he always goes Amsterdam. Oh man, there's so much history with Pizzawizard and Amsterdam. Oh goodness, and he actually got him. Right, okay. Oh dear. Okay, right. So, we're not going to have a long undiscovered trail. It's going to be quite obvious where Dracula's going to be going, at least for the next couple of turns. Right then. That's something. We've got the superhero start here from WcKaczek. If you don't know what that is, we've got Gadami and Seward together. Normally it's Gadami and Mina together. But in this situation, it means that Gadami can sort of really take advantage of his double supplies even more and just punt them all over to Seward. So Seward's going to be an absolute beast, as will Gadami. But then it means that Mina's a bit weaker, potentially, because of that, most likely. And also then you can't utilize her Psychic Scan or Hypnosis ability early. I am of the opinion that you shouldn't use Hypnosis early anyway, so I'm okay with it. But I understand that there'll be Hunter players out there who will thoroughly disagree with me on that, and that's fine. No one's going to play exactly the same way, and that's great. There is a meta in this community, but there is still enough strategy involved that people are going to find their different ways of doing things, and there's also you have to be adaptable. So this is really interesting just from if you're a newer player watching this, WcKaczek found it with a hired scouts. Amsterdam is a very common starting location, not only just because it's Pizzawizard, but because it is quite an awkward extremity location. It's off a rail line. Because of the positions of these hunters, they can find it a little bit difficult to get there if it's revealed with newspaper reports when it's on this space of the trail later on in the week. So yeah, Amsterdam, Nantes, Bari, Naples, and then some places in the east, these are very, very common places to check because of the weakness of this hunter setup. Just because of the starting positions. It's always going to be the way. Wherever you put your hunters, you'll cover more parts of the board, and then you'll make other parts of the board more enticing for Dracula. So it's just funny that it had to be Amsterdam because it's Pizza Wizard. So anyway. So yeah, but they're not moving. You'll see they've discovered where Dracula is, but they're not moving towards him because they still need supply. Supplies are vital. You need to get the items and events that you need to win the game. Firstly, to find Dracula like a hired scout, but you need to get, those renewed vigors, so you can have some really powerful turns later in the game. Forewarns to counter Dracula's encounter cards. There we go. Combat events like Planned Ambush, Heroic Leap, Lucy's Revenge, extra movement events like Sense of Emergency, Charted Carriage, Excellent Weather, which are vital. And then just to get the items you need in order to deal with the encounters. And then when you go into combat with Dracula, what are you going to do? Punch him to death? Nope, you need knives and heavy hosts and guns and all this sort of stuff. So that's the idea. So even though they know where the sign location is, they are not going to move there immediately. They're going to at least spend a couple of days supplying until they move. Mina's got a Sense of Emergency and fast horses, which is very good. So yeah, this is very exciting stuff. I probably shouldn't be recording this game because it's right in the middle of my work day. Fortunately, I work in such a way that I can record this. It's right over lunchtime for me too, so I'm going to have to mute myself now during the next couple of days just so I can eat the rest of my lunch because it's otherwise going to sit here and get cold and I don't want that. So yeah, apologies. I will mute myself, but then I will return in a couple of days' time and we'll see if anything interesting has happened over that time. But there's a very good commitment by these two players to be playing on a weekday, especially I think for Pizza Wizard it's like 6 AM his time or something. So very good effort by both of them. Oh, interesting. Throws down the rumor token. So even though this is revealed, has thrown down the rumor token anyway, to basically force the hunters to go and deal with this and not chase after Dracula, which is a very interesting way to do it. And it means then if the hunters are having to move earlier to Amsterdam, they're not supplying as much. So I think that's kind of a nice thing to do. Be very tempted not to throw down rumor token in that situation. Okay, so anyway, I'm going to mute myself, and if there's anything of note, I will quickly hop back on, or I will talk about it when I'm back. Okay. You can enjoy the silence. Okay, I'm back. So there's a couple of things that have happened, which is very interesting. There's been a wolf form. I was maybe thinking, because Van Helsing had moved off London already to go and deal with Amsterdam, I was wondering if Dracula was going to go to Le Havre and then try to move into Britannica once Van Helsing had left. But seemingly, that's not what he's done. He's wolf formed, potentially from Strasbourg, and has also moved in one other space. Bordeaux got checked, because it could have been Bordeaux, it could have been a wolf form from Le Havre to Bordeaux, I suppose. So it's most likely from Strasbourg. But it could also be from Leipzig, but that wouldn't be a fantastic wolf form all the way to Munich, because one of these other two hunters here on the right might move into Munich. But interesting also that Dracula did not misdirect the space. Okay, we know that space is Cologne then. But that's actually kind of nice, because Dracula was discovered so early, there was no need to misdirect that first space. You don't benefit from misdirecting that really now. It means an extra layer. More trading between Sweden and Godalming, so they're just trying to sort their items out. So it means they can do it with Amsterdam and Brussels. I assume Van Helsing has a stake. He wouldn't be coming across like this otherwise. He doesn't have a stake. Interesting. Oh, he says, whoops. Of a confident old man, nice. Yeah, so no stake. It's possible Van Helsing has 3 weapons, but this vampire might be able to get a point out of it, and I guess then what do you do about the stake? I assume Mina has one. Claws. Oh, well, Holy Circle. Very nice. Okay, so that's a way to get out of that problem. That's very risk-free then. Or perhaps not. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's a very, very safe way of playing that, so that's good. So I guess the question is, does Mina have a stake? If Brussels is a bats or something... Oh no, it's a spy. Interesting. Okay, so she has a... They might be able to... If she doesn't have a stake, they might be able to tag team it. Got rid of a pistol. Okay, so she's not the most equipped, unless it's pistol knife. That is definitely a possibility. Or pistol heavenly host. I think because of the way that she moved up like that, I assume that she has a stake. But the thing is then, she's having to commit into this. If Dracula's gone into Iberia, he's got so much space to run around. This is massive. Strider's messaged me saying, "Oh, where's the live stream?" Yeah, I'll live stream to one person. I think this one was better to do as a non-live stream, because all the Europeans are at work over lunchtime, and then you've got the Americans are only just waking up, so I do not expect them to shoot it. Sorry, Strider. Oh, I was looking at Discord. I wasn't even paying attention. They're letting Amsterdam mature. Right, he just reckoned it was going to be an aristocratic then. Interesting. So he didn't move Mina in, so she clearly... Oh, and a stake's been discarded as well. I guess Mina supplied it. No, Mina did supply. So oh, Van Helsing supplied it. I guess? No. No. Mina and Van Helsing had an item, were down an item, so it must have been Seward who supplied the stake. Okay, 2 holy bullets as well. I mean, Pizzawizard would be disappointed that Holy Bullets have been discovered. Oh no, he does have a stake. Oh. Okay. Alright. Why don't you just stake it during the day? I guess you just... Oh, I guess... Oh, well, that makes sense. You take advantage of the day supply, and then you stake it at night. Yeah. No, that makes a lot of sense. Good. Okay, so we got a layer in Cologne. So just gotta be a little bit careful about stepping on that, so they probably won't step on it for quite a while. So yeah, Dracula now, I mean... Brussels, Strasbourg, Wolf form to say Marseille... And is now going into Madrid or Alicante or Santander. That would be my guess. Could also be going down the boot, but then you got this risk of then Seward and Godalming heading east to cut you off. I would just head into Iberia here. You've dragged Mina up, so I would do that. That would be what I would do. But then again, that might be predictable. So we'll see. Seward and Godalming have not moved. They've either got really unlucky and had terrible items, or maybe they've got no movement between them. Mina has horses. Maybe the other two don't have horses. Oh, no. Okay. Moving a little bit. But then again, I said Munich was going to get checked. Okay, right. Seward's got horses. Okay. So they're down... They're missing one horse, but then Godalming and Van Helsing can try and supply it, I suppose, and the other two move. They'll be able to get to Strasbourg tomorrow, so that's not a problem. Or maybe Mina might go there today. Goes to Milan. Yep. That makes a lot of sense. You're on the rail line. You can easily get to Toulouse from here, too. It's nice. Let's go to Strasbourg. Is she going to move to Clermont-Ferrand? Dracula could... well, we had the Wolf form and then Bordeaux was checked. So can't be Bordeaux Wolf form location, but it's possible there's now back in Bordeaux. Might have gone Wolf form to Nantes. And is now going Bordeaux, Santander, Lisbon. That's also something else that could have happened. But Nantes is quite a common place to check. I guess you check Bordeaux because it's more of an extremity. I'm really surprised that Paris got checked. I guess he was checking that the Wolf form wasn't from Paris, I suppose. I'm interested to see what sort of trail Dracula can lay down here. Before they catch up with him, and he has to escape to sea. So also the other thing too is with this tournament we're playing in teams. It's where you're playing the match still 1v1, but you're contributing to a team score. So from what I understand, Team Pirate Wizard, consisting of Pirate Joe and Pizzawizard. How did they ever come up with that name? They are currently 3-0. They've won all of their games, which is very impressive. And Pizzawizard is also the only person who has won a Hunter match so far. And then WcKaczek's team, along with Sir Backstab. Oh, I'm going to forget their name now. The High Lords of Low Waters, is that it? Or the other way around? Oh, 2 newspaper reports. Interesting. Oh, okay, went to Le Havre. Okay, so is now, well, not in Gallia anymore, so could be in Genoa, or could be in Iberia. No surprise there, he says. Not would have been better, because he would have been further into Iberia by now, but it's okay. Yeah, maybe he was doing it as a trap to try to catch Van Helsing. It makes sense that Van Helsing would go English Channel, North Sea. That's what I was assuming. I was assuming that Jack was going to wolf onto Le Havre and then go into Britannica. That's what I thought was going to happen. Obviously not. Nice use of the newspapers, though. So yeah, I think they're called High Lords of Low Waters. Either that or it's Low Lords of High Waters. But I think, no, I think it's High Lords of Low Waters. They are currently 1-2. So obviously, WcKaczek here wants to win to try and pull it back to, you know, 2-2 for them. I was going to say Pirate Wizard. Pizzawizard wants to maintain his team's 100% winning record. My team have not played any games yet this week. I've got my match tomorrow evening at 9 PM UTC, 11 PM my time, 5 PM Eastern against Randiv, and then I think it's on Wednesday then. My teammate Geordie will be up against Fangs of Fire. So we'll see how that goes. That's chucking it down outside. Alright. So, could I go to Strasbourg? That makes sense. I don't know what we're waiting on WcKaczek for. I don't know what he could be possibly doing that makes me wait. I assume Sue's just going to go to Toulouse. Yep, to try and get as far towards Iberia as possible. We know that Dracula's gone down the coast because of when that psychic scan triggered. The second location on the trail, so basically 3 away from Le Havre, was not in Gallia. If it was Nantes, it could have been Genoa, but the fact it was Le Havre, then no, it has to be Lisbon now, or Madrid, or could even be Saragossa. Could be a little bit of a trick. Ooh, Usagani mob. That would have been bad if it matured, because it would have hit 3 hunters. That's okay. I'm interested to see what Dragons put in Le Havre here, because if it was a trap for Van Helsing, could it be Fog, maybe? Try and trap him in there and then beat him up in combat. Very possible. Very possible. A little trade going on here, so there could be an escape route maybe being traded. Because you want to use up the Holy Circle as the item rather than the escape route event first. Items are more expendable than events. Ooh. Nice vampire. Okay. So no escape route. We assume there's no Holy Circle, but there could well be. Let me check discard pile. Let's use the new feature. Got 1 Holy Circle, 2 Holy Circles. So no, there's no Holy Circles to be seen here. If Mina plays this wrong, she can die. Alternatively, she might just be able to kill this vampire, which would be very impressive and very good for the hunters. Let's see. I assume there'll be a Mesmerize coming out here. No, Claws. Oh, Claws into Punch. Yes, it was expecting the Mesmerize. So, nice chunk of damage onto her. Obviously, she does 1 damage back, but now she could be mesmerized. Unless she has a Crucifix. That's also something else we need to consider. Hiding hand to hand, indeed. Crucifixes. Both Crucifixes are in discard pile, so there's no risk of that. So if Dracula has Mesmerize, this is a very, very free Mesmerize here. The vampire cannot die. You want to kill Mina, but at the same time you want to keep this vampire alive, because it will slow down the hunters a lot if this vampire is still kicking around, and it could also give points later. So, yeah. I think also not ambushing with this vampire was a very good idea. So yeah. I assume the vampire is just going to mesmerize. I think Mina there was the one who was taking her time with the combat. Yeah. Yep. Yep. Very easy mesmerize. Now the question is, does she have an anti-fang item? Which might cause problems. We won't be a Crucifix, but knife, certainly. There are no knives in discard. There are, how many? 2 garlics. It could also be a garlic, but less likely. So I guess the vampire is now going to be kind of clever about this. Does the vampire... Well, vampire could maybe plot to get a fangs. Doesn't have one. If she plays the knife now, she won't. The vampire won't be killed because she's mesmerized. So does 1 damage fewer. You could also, as a vampire, play strength, hoping to break the knife. Yeah, I don't know. This is going to be very interesting. Also, there could be great strength in this equation here. So we'll see. Goes for the plotting. Interesting. Oh, wow. Goodness me. That was not the right time to dodge. But understandably so, because it could have easily... Fangs could have easily played. But the fact you're playing dodge makes me think... Maybe this is a whole bait by WcKaczek here, that maybe Mina does indeed have double knife. which would explain why she got rid of the pistol. So I guess the question is now, do you play Fangs? If the best situation here would have double Fangs. I don't think she'll have double knife. I think that's very unlikely. So you could Fang her, and even if then the knife cancels it, you could then Fang her the next turn, and plotting would mean it would guarantee to go through, unless there's a garlic or something. I don't think you would dodge there. I mean, the other way you could do it is you could just try to kill Mina with claws instead. That could be another way. You have to just strength her and then claw her, and then she'll die. We'll see. Oh, plays claws. Ah, very clever. Okay, very good. So now Mina can be killed by two different methods here, by Fangs or by Strength. And that's the position you want to be in as this vampire here. Now, I guess the question is, what do we think Mina's other item is? Is it actually an item that could be used in this situation? The thing is, if she has great strength... If she gets bitten, she'll get removed from the combat anyway. Whereas maybe you want to play strength here. Unless she has a heavenly host. We'll see. Let's see what Pizzawizard does. Fangs. Okay. Oh, right. Yeah, you cancel that. Oh, she dies. Wow. No great strength. Goodness me. Well played, Pizzawizard. It was a really nice play with the knife. Predicting the Fangs, but Pizzawizard played a... That was a lot of patience there by Pizzawizard. You could just so easily Fang round one there. Or not round one, but as soon as you get the Mesmerize, you just Fang instantly. But the dodge would have meant you would have avoided it, and then the knife. So played a really good plotting, really good claws, and it made this really difficult situation. And no great strength, so that was 3 points for the hunter kill, and 1 for the bite. So it was more advantageous to use Fangs there, rather than a strength, for example. The only reason why I'm saying that strength might be better there, because if they did have great strength, Mina would still be stuck in the combat. Whereas if you Fang, she would be removed from the combat because of the bite effect, but then she wouldn't die, because the great strength would cancel it. But I think you have to also maybe take the risk that you don't have great strength, which she didn't, so got 4 points instead of 1. And that's the thing, you're either going to get 1 point, 3 points, or 4 points from that. And Dracula got the full 4 points. Very impressive. It's obviously not over yet. I mean, this vampire is probably going to mature. Very, very likely. So it'll be up to 8. But, you know, where's Mina going to go in terms of hospital? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, she's in Madrid. 1, 2, 3. Yep, she's closer there. It'll be interesting to see if Dracula's actually gone through Madrid. If so... Oh, what? Oh, wow. Okay. Pulling the trigger. Trying to kill Dracula quickly before this thing matures and before he goes to sea. Has he got, like, sense of emergency? Because she lost sense of emergency by doing that. What does she have? Oh, she had a rifle. Wow. Okay. Does Gadami have, like, sense of emergency? No. Very interesting use of renewed vigor. I bet you're gonna get... Well, maybe you might get Mina into this fight. Oh no, she moves out of the hospital and then she can't move normally. Ah, don't know about that renewed vigor. Oh man, yeah, if you're rolling slow as well. Because she died, so her ticket to go back into the pool. Which is also a huge change as well. We don't know what tickets there were. Hopefully for the hunter's sake, there weren't white ones. I guess he's maybe playing this renewed vigor so then Van Helsing can get into this fight and then day fight the vampire. I will assume that's what's happening. Okay, makes double move. Okay. So we know that he's probably in Kadif right now. The thing's like, Dracula's very safe here. Dracula can just feed if he needs to, but probably not just hide. Could have even gone through Madrid. That is a possibility. It'll be interesting to see when Mina moves out, if she gets walloped with something. I mean, Dracula could be sitting right there. And because Dracula would have known that before he moved, so he could have moved in anticipating that Mina will pop out alone. There's also a risk that then Seward... He was in Toulouse, right? Do you ambush? I don't think you ambush here. No, I don't think you do that. I think you make them waste a day action trying to deal with it. Because now, if Van Helsing manages to kill now, he's basically been given a free action. Oh, another Holy Bullets and discards. So that's all of them gone. Horse gone, which is very important. Oh. I don't think that should be showing me that Van Helsing picked. That's very interesting. I don't think that's how that should work, but okay. There are two chat things here that also shouldn't be happening. Mesmerize, very good. Okay. Dodges. You have to mix it up. You can't just play escape first every time, or punch first every time. You have to rotate between the three basics. Okay. I guess maybe Fang now? Yep. Very good. Okay, that's another point for Dracula. So, I mean, Pizzawizard won't be too sad about that, but I guess that means Van Helsing has a stake. That means he managed to supply 2 stakes in a row. Unless he had a stake at the beginning, then he's got one now again. Oh, wait, what? That was his second action. Oh, it wasn't an ambush then. Oh, I must have misread the prompt. Interesting. Oh, she has a planned ambush, and I got grief. Okay. Okay, I misread the prompt. It was actually a day, so he didn't ambush. Sorry, why did he get a point then? What? Am I missing something? That was an ambush, so what did Van Helsing do with his... Okay, Seward has a stake. What did Van Helsing do with his second action? I'm so confused. Unless, did he supply before moving in? He must have done. That's the only way that could have worked out that way. Oh, he did have a stake. Wow. Goodness me. Okay, well, you saw it in the game last night as well between Snuffleupagus and Spencer Wolfhart, where stakes can just end up falling for you sometimes. You get them at the right time. So I don't know if I agree with that renewed vigor, but then I guess without that renewed vigor, that vampire probably matures and it's only up to 8 points. It's not desperate. It's not, you know, 10-point or 11-point situation, but it'd still be pretty bad that early on. I guess the question is, can they deal with Nom? I know Godalming's there, but what if that's another vampire? You had Wolves in Santander. I think Dracula's very safe here. Oh, never mind. Dracula's going to sea. I am very surprised. I guess he's just pulling the trigger now, and the hunters are going to have to deal with these 4 encounters, rather than letting them mop it up and then goes to sea next turn. Okay. I mean, I get that. Oh, excuse me. Interesting. So, probably South Atlantic, which is not ideal. Unless it could be Mediterranean, because they didn't check Saragossa, right? That would arguably be better if it is Mediterranean, because you could Mediterranean then just wolf form instantly, if you wanted to. And then go down the boot, maybe. Go across into the east. Oh. No. Okay, so it is South Atlantic. Well, still, it's still okay, because you can go Mediterranean or North Atlantic, and then potentially wolf form, but then it's kind of obvious that it's... It's kind of obvious that it's Mediterranean. Slow horses. So I don't think Mina didn't put a white 1 into the pile, but horse economy isn't the best. Okay, booster Paris, that makes a lot of sense. Okay, keeps applying, very good. Item deck is almost reset. Oh, there is a stake in discard pile. Oh, that was the one that Van Helsing used. Right, got it. Okay, so I guess the question is where... Oh! So it was a vampire, but not a fighting one. Now, the question is, can they get to Bordeaux? Stake. Hoax. Wow, okay. Seward can get to Kadif tomorrow, but what if it's a fighting vampire? But they got loads of time to deal with it, though. Bordeaux, though, is going to be the problem. I think, realistically, only Van Helsing can be the one to go there and deal with it. If it's fog, that's going to cause problems, because then Seward and me are going to be trapped in Spain for a bit. Iberia. Sorry, I keep saying Spain. That's terrible. Oh, good to see new player spectating. That's fantastic. Okay, layering up. Getting that encounter can't be going, trying to get through this encounter deck as quickly as possible. But nothing... I mean, yeah, we've got a couple of vampires in here and a spy is very strong, but I haven't seen any fogs yet. Is that a wolf form? No, probably not. It won't be a wolf form. It'll be to another sea space. I guess the question is it North Atlantic or Mediterranean? I'd probably reckon it's Mediterranean, but maybe Dracula doesn't want to do Mediterranean. That might be too predictable. I guess if you want a wolf form, you're going to have to... Maybe he's going to go 3 sea spaces. And then it can either be Tyrrhenian or Irish or English or North Sea. Which is, yeah, that would be pretty good. Okay, are you going to go to Bordeaux? Yes, you are. Right. What's going to be in Bordeaux? I wonder if he's had to put a bad ticket into the pile to do that. It also means, because Van Helsing's moved in that direction, Wolfform from Mediterranean to say Genoa is more viable. Although all the heavenly hosts have now been supplied, so there's a risk that if there's a consecrated ground kicking around, you know, if you go into Florence, you could suddenly get walloped by CG nuke, as we call it. Oh, dogs, okay. Oh. Oh, maybe should have used the spy when Seward moved in there. That would have made wolves a lot more effective as well. Ah, maybe a misplay then. Then who cancels dog? Who has dogs? Someone called JB Philly. Yep, exactly. Yeah, yeah. Oh no, he's away on his trip. Oh no. light, light the beacons. Got to get this message to him somehow. uh. Oh dear. Okay. I'm going to be very interested to see what Dracula does here. He might also go on to Cagliari. Might move a third sea space. Might wolf form. There's quite a few different things you can do here. Might risk the consecrated ground and go into Ireland. Very risky. Okay, what is this? It is a wolf form. Okay, so it's a wolf form into Gallia or onto Ireland. It could be a fake wolf form to Galway, I suppose. Or it's going in this direction. And to be honest, if it's to Zurich and you can go to Munich and then Zagreb and then Zagreb, that's pretty good. That's very good for Dracula. All depends. Do the Hunters have consecrated ground? Do they have renewed vigor? Are they going to be able to supply that horse very quickly? We'll have to see. Oh, there's a layer. That might be a mistake. No. Oh dear. What on earth is there that he doesn't want to even ambush them with? Maybe it's an aristocratic vampire or something, but shouldn't you just hit them anyway? Or if it's a saboteur, just hit them anyway, because it's going to delay their night action, which is what you want. Also, if Gadami's moving here, he's going even further away from where Dracula is. I mean, he's on the rail line, I suppose, but... Yeah, Dracula's potentially going to get a free move to go to Munich here, if that's the case. Could also be to Venice, which would be a pretty good move as well. Have to see. Okay, where's Mina going? Oh. Ambush now? Imagine if it's fog. I doubt it. Ah. Oh. What did you put in there, Pizza, was it? I think that might have been an error. Bordeaux is such a common place to run through. I often put quite powerful cards like Bats or Fog or Mob into it. Okay, more dogs on Seward. Wow, it's a hoax. Okay, got dogs everywhere. Call JB Philly ASAP. Okay. Do the hunters have movement? That's the question. Dracula's use wolf form. But obviously because of this new update, wolf form is technically on the trail for 1 turn fewer. Because it gets the trail slides before Dracula's. So wolf form's going to be on the trail for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 turns, and then it will fall off. Oh, Mina's got a horse. So I guess the question is, was that a horse that Van Helsing supplied and then gave to her? Don't know. Don't know. Seward's far away. That's kind of what you want as Dracula. You want Seward to be as far away from you as possible. I know the other hunters are a threat as well, but what's the problem with Dracula? It is down 5 health because of the wolf form and the sea moves, so it's got to be a little bit careful here. And the thing is, Desecrated Swords are not going to be very effective because all the Heavenly Hosts are definitely out and about. But then if you feed, you're not moving. So there's a lot of strategy and sort of risk involved with everything. Economic supplies. We haven't had many. We had a couple of scouts, but not many, right? Maybe we had 2 or 3. 1, 2. Okay. The fact that renewed vigor got used up, that's a big win for Drac. Big win. This could be a wolf form to Geneva, so I guess you just check that just in case. Nope. Okay. Can't misdirect wolf form locations, so you can't if it's Zurich or Milan or something. You can't misdirect that. If Dracula's in Florence right now, he's probably shaking a little bit because of the threat of consecrated ground. But once you get out of Florence, you're fine. Wax cylinders. Interesting. Nope, no hide. Probably wouldn't expect Dracula to hide in this moment unless it's a fake wolf form on Cagliari. Got trades going on. We don't know if this is an event trade or an item trade, but that's how the game is supposed to work. Van Helsing can do both. Oh, okay, only can do item trade when it's in the same location. This is in the balance. Dracula will be very happy to have 5 influence on the board, because there's very many times. There are many times where you do not have even but a single influence. So having 5, that's, you know, that it's definitely it's progression is what you want. Also, WcKaczek's not going to make it easy. I like throwing down this rumor token here, even though it's going to probably be discovered quite quickly. They're going to have to start rushing to kind of deal with it. There's only a couple of sort of 3 turns and then it matures. What happens if they don't get a stake in that time? And they're forcing the hunters to fight it while Dracula is escaping elsewhere. Which is what you want. Okay, so all 3 horses are set up. Van Helsing can just be supply bot, as always, unless he does it like a charter carriage to... maybe we could go up to the north. Go up to Berlin or something. That'd be a very nice charter carriage. Oh, wow. Slow horses today. It was Zurich, it was predictable, but sometimes you just make the predictable play and the hunters can't deal with it. Can Mina deal with this? Is she going to get caught in another night fight? I think WcKaczek will not be searching this unless it's got like a holy circle or an escape route. Wax cylinders. You can use it for the deduction or the hide. Nope, using it for analysis. So it can keep reusing that until the deduction is used. Mystic Research. Wow, there are 6 cards on the bottom. Goodness me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 13. So there are 12 left out of 41. She does have a planned ambush. Yep, and I guess you have to try and use it here as a defensive thing here. Mesmerize would be a very good first turn, because then the only way the planned ambush is effective... Well, you can't really make it effective. You'd have to then punch, and you're trapped in the combat. Mesmerize, very good. Okay, so now... WcKaczek's in a very difficult position. Do you... Oh, he's changed his mind. What? Ooh, that is why you changed your mind. Okay, nice crucifix. Surprise is now gone, but still, that's 3 damage to the vampire, and Mina is not mesmerized, and it could also mean now that she could punch this round if she really fears mesmerize. I assume she also has a knife, so that's going to make her incredibly hard to kill. We'll have to see. This could be a dead vampire. I have killed vampires like this before with a Crucifix Heavenly Host combo or something. We'll have to see. Strength. Nice. Okay, escaped. Okay. Well played. Very well played there by Mina. Shame to use the planned ambush, but she didn't die, and that was really important. And that vampire still has to be dealt with, and it means at least if they don't have a stake, 2 Hunners are going to have to team up on it. Okay, layering makes sense. Just keep. The thing, we haven't seen any fogs yet at all, and it's a very good chance that Dracula's holding on to 2 fogs right now. If we get behind the veil and one of them gets sniped, that will be massive. I don't think that, the vampire's not going to mature, but it's just, I wonder how much the Hunters are going to get slowed down by this. And in fact, they've also got slow horses on top of it. Okay. Alright. So, could go to Zurich if he wants, he probably will. Yep. Now, that's the right decision. I don't think you ambush here. You make them delayed, or have to take a night fight, potentially. Dracula could also be doing something sneaky and not going east, but actually going north. That is definitely a possibility. Obviously, once they check Munich, they'll know. Unless it went through Munich as a diversion and then is now up in Leipzig, say. That is also possible. Okay, so they're having to go into a day fight here. But again, Mina's having to spend this turn doing this, rather than moving. So as I said, the vampire's not going to survive, but it's going to slow them down a bit. Yeah, they might charge past Munich and go to Zagreb and Vienna and then suddenly find them empty, potentially. And Dracula could be in Szeged right now, could be in Sarajevo. Okay. So, vampire. Mesmerize is a good army. Could be double mesmerize. Oh, no. Rifle. Just going aggressive from the get-go. Mina could have a knife and that'll be a dead vampire. Yep. Poor bride. Shown the cross and then gets stabbed. Well, brutal way to go. This So yeah, that's dead. So yeah, rumor token dealt with. Very well played. So yeah, now that huge threat of the rumor token is gone. So now hunters have a little bit more breathing space. Of course, they got night supplies, don't they? Oh, local rumors. Okay. Well, it means he didn't do something sneaky and go into Genoa, because he could be in Florence right now. That would have been awful timing for that local rumors. But good to get it from a Dracula perspective. Good that they got it now, rather than when he was at sea or something. Obviously, a bit unlucky for the hunters, but you never know when you you can't choose when you play something like an Evil Presence or local rumors. You just have to hope that it lands at the time that you want. Okay, not in Italy. Again, unlikely, but possible. Could have been in Florence. So that's a nice check. So Dracula is now moving, say, to Klausenburg, to Belgrade, to Sofia, or could be in Hamburg now. I don't know what would be better. I think you just want to be dragging the hunters east and then you escape later. Oh, he's counting the supplies. Okay, that makes sense. How bad would it be if I wrote a different number in there to put him off? I would not do that. Alrighty. So. Okay, now the question is, are they going to find him? 3 away from Munich. Zagreb? Yep. Again, just made the really obvious moves. There could be a bats along the way, which will cause huge problems as well. I'll have to see. If it's a consecrated ground, it might get thrown out. Especially if you combine them with renewed vigor, Dracula might get forced into a really difficult situation against 3 hunters. Yeah, could potentially be a 3-on-1 here. Dracula has both bats and both fogs available, unless there's one of these last cards in the deck. So Dracula has a powerful hand of delaying things. So you would expect. Okay, interesting. Go onto the rail line. I guess there's no need for them both to go into Zagreb. But now they can have options. They can sort of pincer Dracula from the south and the north. Oh, interesting. Does tickets. Yeah, cause economy not perfect right now. Here's the question then. If you're thinking of potentially pouncing on Dracula next turn, do you search these things? Have you got a stake? Oh, there's a fog. Well, that fog actually worked out pretty well, because now it means Seward is stuck there for tomorrow. Obviously not a port fog. Fogs on non-port cities have half the effectiveness. Because he didn't ambush Seward with it, which is the completely right thing to do, Seward is stuck there. So Seward's going to be behind in terms of trying to pounce on Dracula later. Unless you combine it with a chartered carriage or something. Blood transfusion on Mina? 4. Okay. Didn't check Zagreb. I mean, Seward could check Zagreb in a couple of days, but... So Dracula now could be... See, the thing is, as a Dracula player here, what you're having to try to do is, if you do escape from the east, which you'll have to do eventually, you're going to have to work out how you're going to time your landing with the 4th week. You don't want to be at sea when 4th week hits, and you don't want, you know, the 4th week to hit, and then you go to sea. You want to try to be timing it that at the end of the 3rd week, you're at sea, and then as soon as 4th week hits, you land. just to put more pressure on it, and you making your moves, the moves are more efficient. Could now be in Athens hiding with double vampire. That's definitely a possibility. There are 2 reckless vampires we haven't seen. Oh, he's in there now! Wow. And there's a fog. Goodness me. Well, I guess Dracula now could just go to Athens and then hide, I suppose. And then go to sea twice and land in Cagliari. Yep. Wow. That fog's gonna block for a couple of days. So he's there now. What's he done? He went Sarajevo, Sofia, Valona. Interesting. I'd be interested to see here if Dracula enters combat. There's no real advantage here. You'd have to kill Godalming, but Godalming got so much health, it's very difficult for that to happen. So what do? Do you put down double vampire in Athens if they're both available? I guess you do, I suppose. From a Dracula perspective, you've got to kind of hope that Zagreb and Sarajevo and Sofia are, there's going to be at least 2 bats between these 3 locations. Oh, wait, what? There's a combat. Wow. Okay, this is potentially a huge risk. Dracula can feed, and then move to Athens and then leave. So he's not in enormous danger, but if Dracula plays this wrong, he could take a huge amount of damage. He's got to be careful. I'm very surprised he went for this, because he can't kill Godalming. Yeah, the chances of him killing Godalming here are very unlikely, because Godalming's got 11 health. So even if you do 2 claws, that's still 3 more damage you have to inflict. And there's dodge that will get weaved in as well. I guess he wants to try to get a Heavenly Host off him, I suppose. Yeah, this is an interesting choice. You might be able to bite him, but that 1 point isn't going to make a huge difference right now. Still the same number of turns you need to win later. Now Heavenly Host, I assume. Yep. Yep, after the failed fangs, that makes a lot of sense. I wonder if that's the moment that changes the game in the Hunter's favor. That's probably a mistake. You caught Godalming in fog. Just leave him be. Get to Athens and feed safely, and then off you go. I don't know. If this was Mina or Van Helsing, where it's maybe easier to kill, go for it. I guess you want to soften Godalming up before you go into Athens and you play like double vampire or something, but don't know. I don't really agree with this move. Pizzawizard's clearly got a plan, so you can feed in Athens. So it's not as if, he'll have enough health to get to Cagliari, but then he has to have 2 health to get off again. So you can go to Cagliari, hide, then Mediterranean, then win. Okay. Fangs fails, so there's another Heavenly Host. I think if you're Dracula, you just try to escape his mist here. Oh. Okay. We won't be able to fang Godalming now. So you're not going to get any health back. Now, if Consecrated Ground comes out now, Athens could get blocked, and then Dracula's forced inland, which is not what he wants. He doesn't have Wolf Form available either. I don't think he does. Oh, you have Wolf Form available after this, so you would be able to get out of it. Imagine if they put Heavenly Host on Sofia and Salonika and Athens. I guess you just feed in place and then move to Salonika, I suppose. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah, that's 5 damage already that Dracula's taken. Not ideal from his side. But I was getting beaten up though. I guess Dracula just feeds and then tries to then hurt Godalming twice. But there's all it takes is an escape route to get traded, and that plan's foiled. Escape is missed. Okay. Godalming's not revealing anything out. Oh, because he's got a stake, doesn't he? Ah, yeah, of course he does. He has a stake. That's the only thing he has. Well, okay, I maybe see that move now, because I think he did no, he didn't reveal a stake at some point. No, he didn't reveal a stake. It's Suru has it. So what is the other item that Godalming's got? Has he got a second Heavenly Host and he doesn't want to play it because of Consecrate Ground? Huh. What you do is... Dracula here. There's an ambush, right? So he feeds now. Oh, he won't be able to get... Won't be able to get to Athens. Oh, I think that was an error of that combat. This is night phase. I'm trying to work out the timing of the fall. Dracula moves out. Yasud moves down. All 3 of them could jump on him in Athens. But he doesn't really want to go to sea to Adriatic. Unless he just feeds now. So that's Thursday night. So then Friday, Saturday, Sunday, he's in Tyrrhenian. Then he goes Cagliari, Hyde. Will he have enough health to do that? He's on 5 health, right? He's on 8. 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He'll be on 2 health when he lands. Not ideal. I mean, the win's the win. That's the most important thing. IDS is a secondary thing. But, yeah, that fight did not work out well for him. Better just to keep him trapped there. Right, where are you going? Are you feeding or are you moving? I have to see, he's got to do the lair stuff first. He could try to make for the castle, but the problem is then you'll probably get trapped before he gains all the influence that he needs to win. So that's not going to work. He's feeding in place. I guess he could just try to fight Godalming again. And just try to kill him? I suppose that's the other way you could go about it. If Sud moves down... Yeah, he wants to get into 3 combats with him. What is the other item that Godalming's got? I'm so confused. Because I can't work out from the combat information screen anymore. Did he have... He doesn't have a stake, I don't... I might have missed it. People who'll be watching this will be screaming at me. He could have another Heavenly Host, and that would then be GG, because Dracula's not going to have enough health to be able to run around as much as he wants. Although if Dracula can get a Fangs in some way, he'll be able to feed a bit, he'll be able to get a little bit more health back. It's a very risky play by Pizzawizard. I was going to say, normally he doesn't do anything flashy. This is not really characteristic of his play, I don't think. Unless he's trying to do something different here. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, so he got out of it. He's on 2 more damage. So Godalming's now in kill range. Whatever Godalming's got, he's not showing it. Well, if he gets another Fangs off, then maybe it might be worth it. The problem is, where does he go now? He's going to have to go... Yeah, I guess he has to go Adriatic, Ionian, Tyrrhenian, I suppose. But then will the Hunters get enough? They'll have enough time to maybe get onto Genoa and Marseille to then excellent weather across onto Cagliari. You gotta be careful about Zagreb. Zagreb could be a vampire. Same with Sarajevo. They gotta start thinking about dealing with these things if they're going to. Okay, that's what Suit's gonna do. This is very tense. He can definitely go either way. Oh yeah, he has to ambush because he's got a stake, doesn't he? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Suit's got a stake. Okay, so there goes my plan of double vampire in Athens. If you put bats in Sarajevo and in Sofia as well, that will work well for him. Ooh. Okay. Nice mesmerize and good play on the knife, because it is very possible that the vampire would try to find you as you escape. So that wasn't a bad idea to play the knife there. Especially since a couple of influence and then suddenly it's 1 day fewer in the 3rd week, or 4th week rather. That makes all the difference. Second mesmerize. Okay, dodges. Now I guess the question is Sud going to escape or is Sud going to play knife? Yeah. Intriguing. Play strength. Escape? Yeah. Knew it. Knew it. You faked it with the knife and then you just escape. Maybe Vampire didn't have bangs, which is also very, very possible. Okay, so that'll get staked. If Mina gets hit with bats, she'll get pushed into the vampire after the fact. So I'm kind of surprised if there was bats that you just didn't hit Mina with it, because then she could get pushed into Zagreb. And that's asking for trouble. Ooh, slow horses. Again. So ticket economy still not working out. Still no ambushes. Where are these bats then? Okay. Oh, the escape route. Okay, that's a way to do it. Alright, no dead Godalming. And the vampire's gonna get staked. So yeah, this didn't really work out how Dracula wanted. The hunters are still in it. They have to do with Sofia and Sarajevo. But Dracula's gonna I'm gonna just assume he's gonna go straight to Cagliari. That's what I would do. You hide there, then you go Mediterranean, and then you'll have enough health. He's on 10 health, right? Yeah, so 2 damage, that's 8, 7, 6. So you'll land on Cagliari with 6 health, hide, and then he just takes 2 more damage Mediterranean, and then he can just land wherever he wants to win. If there's a vampire lair, then that is another matter. So you have to move 1 more day, and that the 1 Reckless Fangs maybe cost it. Yeah, 1 more point would make the difference. Oh, still not searching. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. What are you going to do, Dracula? You've used both fogs, so that's not a possibility anymore. The deck has reshuffled. I think the cool thing is that he can place the layer first, and you never know, if you pick up a fog, you might then go for it. I assume Godalming doesn't have Forewarned, unless Van Helsing picked it up and traded it to him with the escape route. If you combine that with Renewed Vigor, all 3 of them get onto Athens, and that's a dead Dracula, I reckon. No, it's going to see. Okay, playing the safe move. That's fine. The thing is, Seward, if Seward backtracks, he can get onto Genoa before Dracula makes it to Turinian. So Seward might just excellent weather all the way across onto Cagliari already. or just jump on him, on Cagliari, and then Dracula could well die in that situation. Hmm. Okay. Fast horses, he's going to backtrack. And then be able to heal double, I suppose. But if Sue's not moving back as well, then that... I probably say that benefits Dracula more. Okay, no, he's moving back. Oh, slowly. What is in Munich? If there are bats here... Ooh, okay. Well... And there's a knife, so that's not going to be too detrimental to Sued. I would have hurt Gadaming more, but there's a chance that Gadaming would have jumped over it. So it means I'm going to have to deal with both Sarajevo and Sofia. What happens if she can't? Oh, there are the bats. Right. That's very interesting. So now Sarajevo has to be dealt with. Sarajevo has to be bats. Surely it has to be. But then why wouldn't you just hit Mina with it and then push her into the Reckless in Zagreb? It's a very good chance there'll be another vampire there. We've seen one new vampire in Amsterdam. We had a Reckless in Le Havre. We have a Reckless in Zagreb. You see the other Reckless? I don't think so. I think there's one Reckless available, you know. Hmm. Right, where's Mina getting pushed? Back that way. That makes sense. As far away as possible. Okay, Dracula's moved to Ionian. There's no Rufus Smith, so this makes it easier for him to make these sort of moves. If Rufus Smith was in play, then probably wouldn't have gone for that combat, but you never know. Rufus Smith could have suddenly got drawn. You know, turn ago. So yeah, this can be close. It'd be interesting to see if Sarajevo matures. If it does mature, what will it be? Is Gadami going to go back to deal with it? It could be. It really, really could be another vampire. It could be that last Reckless. Unless Dracula's holding on to it for Cagliari. Because I think Sued might not get to Sarajevo, and he doesn't want to be moving backwards and forwards like that. It'd been better if Sued had gone to Sarajevo yesterday. And then moved. No, they're supplying. So they're letting Sarajevo mature. It could well be double bats. I think sometimes as hunters, you just have to make that sort of really spontaneous decision. Let's risk it. What's the worst that can happen? It could be 4 points. But it could also be bats. We'll see. If it's a vampire, yeah, Dracula wins, because you can just stay on Cagliari to win. And even a consecrated ground wouldn't be too much of a problem. Let's see what they're saying. Sometimes you need to take risks, yep. Is the Wizard not giving anything away yet? It can't be a hoax, because we've already seen the hoaxes. Maybe he didn't ambush, maybe he couldn't. Maybe he was an aristocratic. But then what on earth has he been... What did he led Bordeaux with that he didn't want to... Well, we'll see. We'll soon know, one way or the other. I still think Dracula's in a good position, even if it's not a vampire. But I think if it is a vampire, that just makes victory very, very certain. You don't make any risky moves. You just go to Tyrrhenian, because of Consecrated Ground, you can just move to Mediterranean. There is a risk of double excellent weather. But then maybe you will form instead. And you will form. I don't know, say Davari, but then Consecrated Ground would be a problem then. Yeah. Dracula could still lose here. Oh. Oh dear. Oh, okay. Not a vampire. But that could be huge. This could be much worse. Yeah, it could have been points, which would have been way worse. But this now means if Cagliari... If there is, like, you know, a play where they jump onto Cagliari or something, Dracula's in a better position. Yeah, Godalming couldn't have stopped it anyway. True. That's very true. I assume Sud could have. He's giving me 3 chances to draw fog. Yeah. Yeah. If Godalming's staying still here, he can't get to Genoa and then X and Weather. So it'd only be Seward who could do it. If he moves today, Van Helsing would have to move to Marseille today. Mina would have to play X and Weather today and then land on Cagliari. There's also the possibility he could be in Black Sea and he just wolf forms to Bucharest, which is a very, very safe move. And he just goes Galat's Castle or something. That's also another way he could do it. But the problem is he had to make this decision before he saw Godalming not moving. So that's the thing, you have to make choices, and then it's always the way, when you see hunters, the way they move, you're always like, oh, damn it, I shouldn't have moved the way I did, I should have moved the opposite way. But you never know. If he gets caught in Black Sea, he wouldn't die, but they would know where he is. He has to go back into Ionian. You'd still have to move 3 times. It's very risky. Sarajevo's not there, because it just should. I mean, the Consecrated... that extra 3 health could well save him from Consecrated. Maybe that's why he took the fight, because he reckoned if they use an Heavenly Host in the fight, there'd be the Discredited Soul behind it. The Jar of Dirt. As Met King says. Jar of Dirt. Alright. So yeah, we're gonna have to see. Hunters are in a decent position here to potentially jump on in Cagliari. They need a renewed vigor to get more than 2 hunters there, but it is a risk. Dracula could have picked up Fog again, but it's unlikely, but you never know. You've seen stranger things happen so far. Just this tournament, let alone all the other tournaments we've seen. He could fake Wolf Form to Venice, or not fake, but like fake Cagliari, but then Wolf... He could also just Wolf Form to Cagliari to make it look like it's somewhere else. Which would maybe be the move I would take, but then that's 1 health fewer that you've got. It's a tricky one. It's definitely not a straightforward choice here. Cagliari's just still best because you gotta hide though. You're gonna have to hide and then move again. Maybe then, with that in mind, maybe Bucharest is better. But then you got Mina and Godalming that could jump onto you pretty quickly. So Wolf Form, I assume? Yep. Okay, so 2 more moves and Dracula wins. But if the Hunters are well supplied, and they are, like the Hunters have gone through almost 2/3 of the deck, they're going to have good stuff. Can they utilize it, though? That's the question. That is the question. Is this Cagliari, but it's a fake Wolf Form? Is it to Bucharest? Is it to Sofia? Sofia is a... no, Sofia's a lair, so that's not happening. Maybe should have not led that, but I guess for efficiency's sake you wanted to. Could be Venice, could be the boot. Okay, Mina's going there. I guess there's going to be a Hypnosis, as I assume, if they're playing it this way. Imagine if she didn't roll that 2. If there's a hypnosis that comes out here, that means then the whole plan could have been foiled by her rolling slowly. Oh no, Van Helsing's supplying. Interesting. Why'd you move Mina first? What was if he's in Bucharest? You moved away from him. That's the second renewed vigor too. So if Dracula can survive this, he's probably okay. We'll have to see. Bari would be bad because Adriatic's still on the trail. You'd be able to block him in. You'd take penalty points, but then again, you could just go across to Valona and land there, but then the other 2 hunters could move down. I feel Bucharest or Cagliari are the best options here. But Cagliari is going Black Sea to Bucharest is a huge risk. Imagine if they kept 2 hunters back and they psychic scarred. I suppose once Mina got pushed in that way. Oh, wait, who's this? Oh, where are you going? To Milan? Nope. Goodness me. I'm tense, I'm not even playing. Mina supplies. So I guess I get a psychic scan at night, I suppose, or use hypnosis, but... Back to events on top now. Okay. Godalming supplies. It's not what you want. You don't want to be doing renewed vigor actions like this. Well, that's no real surprise. That's very unfortunate. You don't want to be using renewed vigor actions like this to be supplying to try to find it. You only want to be supplying during renewed vigor actions if you've got someone like an extremity location where you can supply with them first, and try and get a hide scouts. But obviously in this case it hasn't happened because sometimes the deck does not cooperate with you. Or you do it once you've jumped onto Dracula space. If you've got a free action, you could then yeah, if you've got a free action, you could what am I saying? You could if you jump on Dracula space, you could then supply. That would have been a very ballsy play to wolf form into Florence. Are you saying I'm so stupid? Okay. A realization has been made, or been had, or yeah, has been had. I don't know what exactly he's just realized, but we'll find out probably. Bennett, yeah. I deny myself a chance to win. Okay, I wonder why. I wonder why he's saying that. Did he not realize he had hypnosis? Maybe that was the thing that he did, but... don't know. Yeah, really strange that you play hypnosis at night. You want to find that out first, surely. The only way to be... Oh, I don't know. Don't know. There's clearly a plan with that renewed vigor. But you have to think of the possibility of it being Cagliari. So you have to check that first, surely. After the hypnosis. I guess it's a risk. You don't have to go all the way over there and then it's not there. So yeah, I guess after hypnosis you have to go into Cagliari. Because it means it doesn't deny the hide. Dracula could still hide to get 3 points, but there's no encounter then. And it means if another hunter has excellent weather, they could jump over. Between the two of them, they might be able to hurt Dracula enough that he can't go to sea. And then if you do have consecrated ground, you might be able to block the Mediterranean ports. Interesting. You had to play Renewed Vigor there because of the fact that if Dracula hides in Cagliari, which I assume he is, then he just goes Mediterranean then to win. And then lands to win. So unless you have a vampire lair, you need to play Renewed Vigor now. If you had a vampire lair, that's a different matter, because it'd be an extra day. You could get everybody to Mediterranean once you ascertain it's Italy. Wait for him to get to Mediterranean, and if he tries to wolf form quickly, well, he wouldn't be able to wolf form now in this situation. You could then jump on him on his very last turn with Renewed Vigor. That could be the way to do it. But yeah, it is possible that he's in like Naples or something, or he could be hiding in Venice. To be fair, but I highly doubt it. Just went for the really safe play, fake the wolf form. Oh, actually, he could feed now. If he really wanted to, he could feed now. I assume he's not going to do that. I assume Dracula's just going to try to just go to sea quickly and then win. But if he really wanted to, he could feed. Yeah, you have to check Venice. I guess all you can do now is just check southern Italy and just hope that he's there. But then he could die to the 2 encounters before any consecrated ground appears. Nope. Oh, I mean there could be an excellent weather still, but then it's gonna be on Van Helsing, and Van Helsing's weak because of the sense of weakened rather because of the sense of emotion. So I shouldn't say weakened because that is a proper game terminology. He is beaten up a little bit because of the sense of emergency. We have a lot of movement events. No excellent weather, seemingly. Nope. Nope. Ooh. If Pizzawizard really wanted to, he could feed here to get a little bit extra. He'd have 3 more IDS out of this, but there is then a risk if Dracula pulls a... if Hunters get a Vampire Lair, you'd have to move an additional day, which is then risky stuff. If he has gone Bucharest... Oh no, he hasn't gone Bucharest, the hypnosis told him he's in Italy. Ah! Speaking, he could go to the castle to get more health, but he can't. Oh, Dracula get... Oh, wow. I mean, that's not too detrimental at this stage, but... I guess if he got Unearthly Swiftness, he could feed and then go to sea in 1 turn. Oh, she has great strength now. Wow. Oh. Does Zagreb have something special waiting for her? What? Mina is supposed to be moved? Oh, there she is. Oh, okay. I'm also just going to do something here, because there's a little feature that they've added. Now, I don't know where it is, though. They've added small figurines now. So if you want to see more of the map, you can make the figures a little bit smaller. It makes it a little bit harder to see where the characters are, but that's a feature. All courtesy of the Immortal update and Nomad Games. And also all the community feedback. Well played, Pizzawizard. This has been quite the game, which I would have expected nothing less from, as I said at the beginning, the 2 best players in the community. At least based on the previous tournament showing. So I have to go to see now. Maybe he has Vampire Lair, but doesn't have a stake. At least not on the right person. What did he get rid of on Mina? I was not paying attention. might be in the discard pile. It should be in the discard pile face up, so I'm going to check. Oh no, did it really bug out? Oh, for goodness sake. It says... Waiting for... Pizzawizard. Okay, so we'll see. Pizzawizard will leave and rejoin, and we'll see if that does the trick. Replace Pizzawizard with an AI. Nope. See if that has done the trick. I mean, the only way that Dracula wins here, Dracula doesn't win here, is if, well, there are a couple of ways he doesn't win. You'd have to get a vampire lair. Well, no. The vampire lair has to, the vampire lair has to be played within the next, Vampire lair has to be played in the next day. And then when Dracula lands, you'd have to play Consecrated Ground. And push him to sea. Pizzawizard has joined. Pizzawizard has joined. Pizzawizard has joined. There are 3 of you. Well, that's a scary thought. 3 Pizzawizards running around. And maybe that explains why he can play at 6 AM his time. And again. Oh dear. That's not good. And again. Yeah, I don't think this game is in doubt, though. I think there's just too many things. Well, how much health is he on? I can't remember. The problem is, from this screen, I can't see how much health he has. Which is rather infuriating. Oh. Loading his duplicates. He was on 10 health here. He's only on 6. So yeah, you have to play Vampire Lair and Consecrated Ground. No, but you have to play you have to play Vampire Lair, and then Dracula lands somewhere, and you play Consecrated Ground. But if he lands in Marseille, you might be able to catch him. Oh dear. What is happening with Pizzawizard? He's joining like 10 times. Maybe he's stuck. Maybe stuck in loading screen. Ping him a message on Discord. Well, that's a shame. Because, yeah, I think there might be a way that Dracula wins here. Dracula doesn't win. Vampire Lair gets played. Dracula then has to land, and then he gets Consecrated Grounded, and he goes back to sea. I guess the way he avoids that is by going to Marseille. But then all the other Huns are nearby, so that he might get pushed into... Well, it doesn't matter. The important thing is not that he gets pushed into them. That'll be on the turn that he wins. Oh, well, we haven't seen Pizzawizard join for a couple of minutes, so... that looks like he's stuck in the loading screen. That's what it looks like to me. So it looks like that maybe that vampiric influence broke the game. So that's now twice we've had game-breaking fails towards the end. It often happens when you got a break in the game like this towards the end. It makes it very hard for it to reload for some reason. I had one against my teammate when he escaped his bat from Cagliari, which obviously you can't do, but the effect still triggers, but you can't escape his bat properly. The turn never transitioned. Now it looks like Vampiric Influence has broken the game. Okay. Okay, he's trying to join. Okay. Hopefully it only rejoins once. No. So Peter was just saying to me that when he attempted to rejoin, he's watching the whole game replay through Sunday of the second week. Sunday of second week? What? Sunday of the second week? That was like 2 weeks ago. What is happening? Oh no. Oh no. It's now Saturday. Wow. I'm gonna tell WcKaczek. Oh dear. Oh dear. So yeah. We have to get a Nomad on the phone. This is very, very broken. What a shame, because it was such a great game. Oh dear. Well, since this is a break in the game, the two players are going to have to work out how they proceed with this. Yeah. Oh, here we go. Disconnected by server logic. Oh, that's a new one. I've never seen that. So on Pizzawizard's screen, it has a thing saying disconnected by server logic. Wow, that's funky. Oh dear. Well, that might be all, folks. Okay. I think for the sake of the video, I will pause and I will then give an update later if there is something of interest. Okay. So, what we're going to try and do here, the next time, so yeah, it's just basically poor Pizzawizard is stuck. When he's trying to reload, he's basically replaying the game. He's stuck on like Saturday of week 2 and it just constantly loops. So what we're going to try to do, the only way we can think of potentially resolving this is we let the AI take over from Pizzawizard temporarily. Let the AI do the Dracula phase, and hopefully we'll do something monumentally stupid. Like Dark Hole. And then we can see then if WcKaczek holds his first hunter turn, we'll see if Pizzawizard can rejoin. That's the only thing we can do. Yeah. Oh, no, don't leave. WcKaczek's joined me. Yeah, Pizzawizard currently unresponsive in the game, so we have to wait for the prompt to change him to AI. We might be here for a while. I'm only recording this personally for Nomad's benefit. Oh, that's also true. There's a trick you can do where, because this is a public lobby, if Pizzawizard creates a private lobby, it'll chuck him out of this game faster. In theory. We'll see. We just want to see if it works or not, because it's a potential fix. So it's a bit of a shame that it's ending up this way, but... There we go. Replace Pizzawizard with an AI until they rejoin. Let's say yes. Okay. Right. Okay. Right. The phase went on. Oh, he Dark Called. Oh, you... Oh no, Dracula used Dark Call. Oh, you idiot AI. Oh my goodness. Ah. Oh. I think we could work from here. I mean, maybe. I guess the way we can do is then if Pizzawizard ends up winning anyway, then we can just give him 2 additional influence. Because he should have moved this turn, right? I assume that's what he was going to do. Yeah, I mean, as a fix, we can test it. Oh, really? So apparently, according to WcKaczek's side, the game is not progressing at all. Oh. It definitely says it's waiting for you, WcKaczek. Snap a wee photo as proof. I guess the question is Pizzawizard in? I don't think so. Oh man, and my Discord's now broken. Goodness me. It's all happening. Oh wow, so yeah, legitimately, WcKaczek has the screen for his turn, but it's still showing Dracula phase, and there's no, like, hunter prompts at all. No hunter action prompts. I think the game might be broken. Okay. Oh, it was still on Saturday when Pizzawizard rejoined? Oh my goodness. Well, that didn't work. That failed. So the thing is, like, yeah, I don't know. So the way that Hunter's can win here, as I just said, was they supply... what was it? I did progress a bit. What do you mean? I did progress a bit. It says it's waiting for you. But the big thing is, will he get events or not? That will help him win. That's the question. You need Consecrated Ground. Well, you need Vampire Lair. The thing is, because there's a Dark Hole here. That Dark Hole shouldn't be there. There's no universe in which Pizzawizard Dark Hole's there. So I guess the... Yeah. I guess the question would be, would WcKaczek have picked up? I mean, Vampire Lair doesn't help if he picks it up now. He needs to have it already. If he doesn't have Vampire Lair, then it's irrelevant. unless he picks up Vampire Lair now, plays Consecrated Ground this turn so Dracula cannot land, and then he forces Dracula to South Atlantic, then plays Vampire Lair, then Dracula has to move 2 more, but... Oh, okay, I think WcKaczek clicked prompt. So I guess the question is, if WcKaczek can get Vampire Lair on the right on a hunter with a stake, or is able to trade it easily to somebody who has a stake, or picks up Consecrated Ground. I guess, like... Dracula is on 6 health, right? So, if Dracula... If hunters play Consecrated Ground to block it for Mediterranean, and play Vampire Lair, then I guess Dracula just goes to... Ireland? And just lands... Plays... You know, move into Galway, move into Dublin. I don't think they'd get there in time. They'd have to pull Rufus Smith as well. Don't know. Okay, I'll pause the video again until something of note happens. Okay, just for Nomad's sake, WcKaczek left and then tried to rejoin and is also stuck in Sunday week 2 in a fight with a new vampire. So yeah, that's a thing. Okay, folks. Yep, we've been waiting for quite a while. It's I don't know how. Yeah, the footage has been going on for about 1 hour 50 at this point. It's been about 1 hour, 2 hours 15 since the game actually started. So we've had quite at least 25 minutes of downtime without any recording. It's just the whole thing's broken, unfortunately. Both players are stuck Saturday and Sunday of week 2, just constantly in a loop. So yeah, they've decided to. They've both decided that Pizzawizard has won based upon probability of odds. It's more likely that Pizzawizard is going to win. There are obviously ways that Dracula could have lost, but it's more likely. But then the way they've decided to do it, because there is a way that Dracula could... Start that again. That Hunters could have stalled the game with Vampire Lair or Consecrated Ground and Rufus Smith and so on. So they've made it... They've decided that Dracula's won, but with only 1 IDS of victory. This doesn't set a precedent, by the way, for any other matches that end up this way. The 2 players, and then also me with a little bit, but mostly between the 2 of them, yeah, they have both decided this outcome. This does not set a precedent at all. We have to do it on a game-by-game basis, depending on what the state of the game was. But WcKaczek was very sort of happy to forfeit. He felt that he didn't play well enough to win. It was very gracious and very sort of diplomatic of him to say so. So, yeah, not the outcome we wanted in terms of not having a game finished, all the way to its completion, but it was a very exciting game nonetheless, and we really saw, how good, these 2 players are, and a really great game. They had, they brought a really good game. We had some nice combat at the beginning, went in Dracula's favor, then Hunters recovered well, dealt with the trail, got some damage in onto Dracula with Valona in that 1v1, which could have made the difference, but then with Desecrated Soul Mature and stuff, it wasn't as impactful. But so yeah, so Dracula's on 8 health. Oh. So yeah, check it. Yeah, because of the Dark Call. I forgot because of the Dark Call. So yeah, Dracula could have won with 6 health. But it's decided to win with, to organize it so it was only a 1 health. Dracula wins. So we'll see if that makes a difference in terms of the table, but the 2 of them independent, sort of not independently, but like the 2 of them sort of together have come up with that outcome. Yeah, as I said, doesn't set a precedent for any other games. We have to take on a game-by-game basis, and we'll take it from there. So thank you for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed the video before all the crashes, but obviously this will be getting uploaded and sent to Nomad and ask them what on earth happened. And we shall see you in another game. You know what I'm going to do? Instead of seeing all this stuff, let's just flick the screen. There we go. Take care, everybody. Thank you very much for watching. Another Dracula win. We'll see if we can get some Hunter wins on the board later this week when there are more games from the Immortal Invitational. Take care, everybody. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in another video very, very soon. Take care. Bye-bye.